Hello, it's Hudson and Todd from the original Father-Son Voiceover podcast, your favorite voiceover artists.
Every time
coined by us. I always say that.
You're coined by you. Every time, I'm not going to be part of this.
I'm my favorite voiceover talent.
Every time you say that, I have
cringe.
a smile, a cringe. Yeah, kind of a sheepish smile on my face. Anyway, Keep going.
I lost my train of thought. But anyway, this is Todd's tips. So I don't know what Dad has for us this week. Probably going to burn some more bridges, but why not? Go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
we're in this together.
I am. I'm going to burn some more. And you know what? I've written a lot of these, a lot of do's and don'ts ahead of time.
It's incredible.
And there's going to be a few more about voiceover coaches, and we're going to talk about those people again. Yeah, throw that out.
It's my numbers.
Okay.
Next segment.
Yeah. So we have the caveats that Demond, our audiovisual producer, always puts on the screen here so that you can just slow down, stop, and think about what I'm saying. I'm not expecting you to be in the exact spot that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
We're in different spots in our career. We live in different geographical areas, maybe on different continents. We are different ages, all sorts of things, maybe different spots in our voiceover career. And so the things that I talk about in my Todd's tips aren't necessarily specifically for you. But one of the things I learned early on in voiceover was to be able to take coaches' principles and apply them to my business. And I tossed out some that I didn't think made sense to me and really applied a lot of them that did make sense to me. And I think that's an important thing about being a learner. So that's all I'm asking you to do is be a learner. Just be calm, listen, think, evaluate, and don't quickly just respond and react. Just think about what I'm saying. And some of it you might just toss out, which is fine. That's your prerogative. My business is none of your business, and your business is none of my business. And I don't get paid anything for this, so I don't really have a horse in the race, if you will. So here's my actually it's a don't and a do today, all wrapped up into one. I don't expect people to automatically trust my advice, and I do expect to have to earn their trust. I don't expect people to automatically trust my advice, and I do expect to have to earn their trust. I've always believed that trust is something you earn. I think that's probably a fairly universal thought for people. You have to earn my trust. It's not just given arbitrarily, automatically. Someone announces, I'm a voiceover coach. You can trust me with your hard-earned money and the direction of your voiceover business and career and maybe your life and your family and your bills and your dreams and all of those things. Sure, I'm a voiceover coach. Trust me. Well, I graciously but firmly ask this question. It's a very simple question. Why should I? Why should I trust you? You say you're a voiceover coach. Why should I trust you? Now, some voiceover coaches would respond with something like this. I know my voiceover business principles will help you. It's made me and others successful. Okay, lots more questions. Slow down and tell me your basic business principles for free, at least at first. Second, how much money do you make in voiceover? No, not coaching in voiceover, not demo production and voiceover, nothing else in voiceover, just voiceover. How much do you make as a voiceover talent, not as a coach? Third, give me 3 or 4 of your VO students who can tell me what they think of you as a coach and how long they've been in VO and how much they make. I don't think that's that much to ask for all you're asking me to give up.
Some proof.
Yeah. VO coaches are asking a lot from their students. They're expecting us to trust them with their money, their business direction, their careers, their families, their dreams. They better not hedge on those types of questions. Again, my thoughts. That's what I think. That's what I do. when I evaluate voiceover coaches, I slow down and I ask those questions and some other ones, and I'll bring those up in the next few weeks.
That one was shorter than some of the other ones you've had.
Yep.
Not that that's a bad thing or a good thing.
I only want to make
just,
people so grumpy with me.
So just enough grumpy that they want to come back and see some more of our videos.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. But I've thought a lot about that. And it's, again, there's been other coaches that I've had, business coaches wanted my money, athletic coaches that have wanted my attention and my trust. I'm almost 63 years old, so I've had a lot of experience with these types of things. And I just think it's good for you to ask questions before you dive right in.
Because that ultimately is your hard-earned money that you're giving to somebody, and you want it to be worth something. You want it to go somewhere.
And it's more than that, because here's the thing. I don't want to go on and on, but like I said,
please do.
You not only spend your money, but what if you take a year or two and follow somebody's advice that's just doesn't know what they're doing, or you haven't done the work to figure out if they're trustworthy? Well, you've spent a whole year or two, not just your money, you've spent your money plus lots of other money, time and money, which is money. And, some of us have partners and spouses that we have to...
families.
You have to feed people, and you have to get them to trust you. And if you're always going to this coach and to that coach and this plan and to that plan, well, that can be trouble. That can be the end of your career.
Maybe this is something I shouldn't say, but that just brought up something that there's this idea that you have to go from coach to coach, because some coaches give you certain things, which I think is probably true. Right? That there are some coaches that offer different things that are maybe helpful. Maybe you don't think that's true, but
yeah, I think there are some coaches that have certain strengths, and you should find out what those strengths are, and take advantage of those strengths. Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, but
I just hear people going from coach to coach and say,
Yeah.
well, this guy's going to help me with this, and this guy's
Yeah.
going to help me with this.
Yeah.
And it's like, not that one person knows how to do everything. Like you've said, not one person is an expert on everything, but be careful who you're, jumping to, because you're that hard-earned money is going to somebody that might not be giving you everything you need.
There's a fair amount of coaches out there that I don't know if they're trustworthy or not, but there's a fair amount of coaches out there. Some of them have a lot of stuff out on the internet. They've provided things for free. We'll do some research. Listen to them. Listen to what people say about them. Follow those people's career. I know you can't do that for a living. Nobody's going to pay you to do research, but it might do you some good to slow down and say, that's why I said, I want to know something for free at first.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay for it. Sorry. I'm not going to pay for something right away unless you've proven to me that you are worth my time and money. And so...
Is there somebody out there like that? I mean, that's obvious. I mean, somebody you used as a resource who has free stuff out there, Bill DeWees, who's also the voice of our podcast. That's I can say this, we're not paid to say that. I mean, we do his marketing for him from VOMP and stuff like that, but
we have a relationship with him.
He's got
because,
free stuff out there.
Yeah, over 13 years, I've grown to trust and respect Bill, and he's been in the business 17 years. He's done tens of thousands of voiceover projects. I've been in contact with him for many years, and he's never said, hey, buy this, buy that. I know he sells stuff. He's regularly talking about what he can offer, his blueprint and such. But he also has told me specifically what he makes. Yeah. He's always shared that publicly, and he will share it with you publicly or privately. He'll share with you. And that's one of the reasons I trust him. Plus, I mean, a lot of the principles that I've built my business on were applied from things that he said and he taught. And a lot of them I didn't pay for, because he was generous enough to have a huge YouTube that I just took a lot of information and just applied. And so I got it for free. And I think I'm getting close to $2 million that I've made in voiceover in 13 years. And most of that in the last, about $1.5 million in the last 7 years of the 13. I'll have details on that coming up at another date. But you asked, and so I told you. And there are other coaches. It's not just Bill DeWees, but Bill DeWees has been my mentor and coach, and And so you asked, so I told you, and that's the reason, all of the reasons that I just gave you, and some of the ones that I did in my Todd's tips were the reason.
He just came to mind because of, like, you I remember when you were doing voiceover, you said, I'm following this guy, Bill DeWees, and you have paid for some of his,
for a couple of his
things and stuff like that. But you said he would look at his stuff on YouTube, and you can go back. He's got stuff from 8-9 years ago that even I've seen some of those things. So anyway, he has some free stuff out there that if you're looking for somebody who's, I mean, you can take our word for it, or you can watch his stuff and find out what you think. But he's out there.
I think he's got almost 1,000 YouTube videos now. So
yeah,
and anyway, there's others too. But just do your due diligence and check them out.
Yeah. So there's your Todd's tips for this week. Next up, we'll have our numbers, and you can check out how we did, VOMP did. I said we, so that means Dad and I. So if you aren't subscribed and you want to see stuff like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions about Todd's tips or our numbers, please either contact us privately, hudsonbarsness@yahoo.com, or in the messages section, or the comments section. Feel free to do that. We'd be happy to answer your questions to the best that we can. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you in our numbers. Are you dying to see more content like that? Check out the video over here, or subscribe over here. Thanks.